that I befriended Mr. Salahuddin Qadir Chowdhury, member of the Parliament of Bangladesh, and his brothers when he joined my school, Sadiq Public School, Bahawalpur, in West Pakistan in January 1964. I was a class senior to Salahuddin. Also, he was my hostel mate at the hostel known as the Fifth House. Our very close family friends who were the members of the National Assembly from my hometown Multan, late Sayyid Hamid Raza Gilani and Malik Akram Khan Bosan, were very friendly with the then Speaker of the National Assembly, Mr. A.K.M. Fazlul Qadir Chowdhury, and therefore we further attained a more closer relationship, so much so that on short holidays when the school closed, Mr. Salahuddin and his brothers could not travel to Chittagong. They all spent with us in Multan. They spent these days with us at Multan. The family bond exists to this day between our two families. The troubled days of 1970, the education institutions were the worst hit by the strikes. Salahuddin and family decided to send him to West Pakistan to sit for his graduation exams. He arrived in Karachi a few days after the arrest of Mr. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the deployment of the army on the 26th of March 1971. Salahuddin was picked up from the airport by our mutual friend Munib Khan, and I spoke to both of them once they reached Mr. Yusuf Harun's residence called Sheffield House in Karachi. I spoke to him on the telephone every day and tried my best to convince him to come to study in Lahore instead of Karachi. When he finally agreed and came to Lahore, with great difficulty we got him admitted in the Punjab University new campus, Lahore, in April 1971. As I was also studying in the final year of my degree course in the West Pakistan University of Engineering and Technology, Lahore, and was staying in our family house, I forced Salahuddin to stay with us, where he stayed with me throughout till we left for London in October 1971. Logistically, it suited him too, as his university was close to our house known as Al-Azam, 7 Wadat Road, Lahore 12. My residence at Wadat Road and Naeem Akhund's residence in number 2 Mayo Gardens, Lahore, was where all our friends like Samiullah Sheikh, Saifullah Niazi, Dr. Nasir Khan Khakwani, Riaz Noon, Bashir Khakwani would congregate almost daily till the end of our final exams in August. Sometimes included Salahuddin's close friends from Dhaka, Shamim Hasnain, who is now Justice of the High Court in Bangladesh. Salahuddin's distant relative and friend Hussain Rahman Alan, who later married Salahuddin's cousin Farhana Haq. And on May 20th, 1971, Salahuddin and I drove from Lahore to Multan to attend the engagement ceremony of Dr. Nasir Khan Khakwani. The engagement was on Friday, May 21, 1971. Friday being an auspicious day for such events, we attended the engagement and returned back to Lahore on Sunday. The engagement was on Friday, May 21, 1971. Friday being an auspicious day for such events, we attended the engagement and returned back to Lahore on Sunday, May 23, 1971. Dr. Nasir is a classmate of Salahuddin at Sadiq Public School, and he was the first amongst us to get engaged, and this trip carried significance for all of us. Thus, this is the only weekend trip which we took during his university studies. Naima Khan, Samiullah Sheikh, Riaz Noon were also amongst our friends who attended this ceremony. During and after Salahuddin's exams in 1971, it was very unsafe in East Pakistan and Salahuddin could not return home. We had both completed our final year exams in 1971 at our respective universities and went on a group trip to Murray for 3 weeks immediately. At the end of this exam in August, we stayed at our family residence in Raja Khalid Khan Estate, Kuldana Road, Murray, a hill station 40 miles from Islamabad, and continued on our tour around Naran, Kagan hill stations. Our close friends Naima Khan, Dr. Nasir, Khakwani, Samiullah Sheikh, Riaz Noon and Salman F. Rahman, to name a few, who accompanied us on the trip. The last week of September, we all went back to Lahore, where everyone dispersed and Salahuddin and I both remained in Lahore. I remember Salahuddin accompanying me to see off Riaz Noon, our good friend, at the airport, who was leaving for Bolton Institute of Technology, England, in the last week of September, where he was to seek his higher national diploma in textile technology. At completing my final year at the university in summer 1971, I was planning a trip to Europe by road in my car. Since Salahuddin could not return home because of the volatile situation in East Pakistan, Salahuddin convinced his father to allow him to join us on this trip. Mr. A.K.M. Fazlul Qadir Chowdhury came from Dhaka in the first week of October 1971 to see off his son and met him for the last time in Lahore when he stayed at the Ambassador's Hotel on Davis Road in Lahore. On our journey from Lahore to London, we started with 3 friends, Salahuddin, Naimur Rahman Akhund and myself. Naim Akhund is the son of late A.K.M. Akhund, former chairman Railway Board and later Vice Chancellor of NED University, Karachi. Naim Akhund was my classmate in the Engineering University and later rose to be the General Manager of the Sui Southern Gas Company in Karachi. All 3 of us left Lahore with an overnight stay in Peshawar with my family friend Sayyid Ali Shah, former member of the Provincial Assembly of NWFP, crossed the Torkham border on 12th October 1971 in my Mazda car 1500 bearing registration number MNA 785. After travelling through a dozen countries, all 3 of us, Salahuddin, Naim and myself, entered the port of Dover at Dover, England on 10th November 1971. In London, all 3 of us stayed with Mr. Salahuddin's family friend, Mr. Ibrahim Saleh Mayat and his wife, Mrs. Farida Mayat. Mr. Mayat was a businessman from Karachi. The house of Mayat was in an area known as Ealing, London W5. By the time we left England on 23rd November 1971 from the port of Dover by the same car. The struggle of independence in East Pakistan had achieved a different momentum. The government had totally collapsed. There was nothing known as security to life or property. Under these circumstances, Salahuddin's family advised him to stay in England and pursue his studies, as returning back would make life very uncertain. So we two, Naeem and myself, left England, leaving Salahuddin with his family friends. Finally, we entered Pakistan at Torkham border on the 6th of December 1971. I may also state here, for the purpose of record, that Mr. Salahuddin Qadir Chowdhury was staying with us at our family residence at Raja Khalid Khan Estate, Kuldana Road, Murray, a hill station near Islamabad, when on the sad day of 15th August 1975, my late uncle Nawab Ghulam Ishaq Khan Khakwani, two times member of the West Pakistan Assembly and mayor of Multan for 9 years, arrived at our house and informed Salahuddin that Sheikh Mujibur Rahman had been assassinated. Salahuddin wept like a child on hearing this. It took us days to console him. I have visited Salahuddin in Bangladesh many times. The first being 1978, when my wife and myself, while coming from Hong Kong, broke our journey for a few days and went around the country. My next visit was in January 2005, along with my two other friends from Pakistan, to participate in the wedding of Salahuddin, eldest son. Our third visit, accompanied by my wife, was September 2006, again to participate in the wedding of Salahuddin's only daughter. Our recent visit was along with my wife in 2008 to meet Salahuddin when he got released from the custody of the government. That whatever is stated above is true and correct.
Start.
I am prepared to come to Bangladesh or any other court in Bangladesh where I can say and state the same facts which I have stated in my affidavit and in this video. I will stand to any cross-examination which I am put to prove to all that this, whatever I stated, is correct and has no reason to have carried out any false information in this. When I was told that the courts in Bangladesh had not accepted our and my friends and my affidavit and which we had submitted in 2013, we again in October 2015 in Islamabad went to the Foreign Office again and gave to the Foreign Office all these affidavits which were verified by their various offices in Pakistan, in Karachi and Lahore and Islamabad, that they should reaffirm that these were correct affidavits, because there was a question raised against these affidavits that they were all their efficacy was under question mark. So we went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and we got all these 4 affidavits and one of Mr. Mohammed Mia Sumru, all 5, again reattested by them. Then we went over and gave these affidavits on the 12th of October 2015 to the Bangladesh High Commission, which they did not accept, and they said you sent all these papers again through the postal system, which we did on the same evening and sent them the copies. When they received the copies, I again understood that they were receiving these papers. We sent the originals of our affidavits duly attested by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, dated 12th of October. We sent all these affidavits again by post to the Bangladesh High Commission on the 15th of October 2015. The post office which sent this all these papers, which have now been received in Bangladesh High Commission, gave us a receipt which we have sent to the lawyers in Bangladesh, and the receipt number I'd like to place it on record here, which is issued by the GPO, General Post Office, Islamabad, dated 15th October 2015, bearing receipt number DSRL0900799122. With all these efforts we have made to stand alibi to Salahuddin that he was present in Pakistan from the last week of March 1971 till October, when we went over to UK. All these papers and all these friends have put all these papers together to bring facts to the courts which are trying him for the criminal cases in the tribunal and later on in the appellate courts. Thank you very much.